Hi guys, welcome again to a new video for the mini blog video tutorial series, the series that's going to teach you all the basic stuff from Django 4. So today we are going to start to code our model and to display that in our admin page. So first let's confirm that we are in the features blog branch. We do git branch, and as you can see, we are in the features dash blog. So we are in the correct branch. So let's do this. So okay, so we have here our model. So create a model. What is a model first? A model, you can actually almost compare this to a spreadsheet on Excel, when you are going to have like a spreadsheet and you are going to have a column with a field, for example, name, another column with the field, for example, title, and of that column, in each row, you store the information. So with Django, we use the ORM class-based model that we are going to create now to model actually that kind of spread Excel sheets. So we can actually create those rows, and we're going to do that, and we're going to also visualize them. So let's do this. So let's create like here our first model. Let's name it post, and we are going to inherit this from our models.model. Actually, what we did here, we call this inheritance, where this class is going to inherit all the features, for example, method and not variable, the properties from this class. So what you have to do first is to create the class, as we did here, and now we create the fields. So to create the fields, we are going to create a title field that's going to have a max length to 200, like we did here. And next, let's create like our author, and author is going to be a little different. It's going to be a foreign key. Okay, the foreign key is to retrieve some information that you have in another table. But as I told you, when you start a project with Django actually creates those tables that are like automatic tables that Django creates in each project. And none of them are like the tables for the user. So we already have access to those tables, and one that we have access is the user table. So when we are going to create in the future the superuser, after some time we will be able to access this information of the users in this model with the help of foreign key. So we're going to do foreign key and one delete models dot escape, and let's just do body equal to models dot text field, and yes, and I think it is enough to model our basic post model. We can now add more fields. So how models in Django work? So for example, in each model you create like the fields. The fields going to contain some information, and in Django you can specify which kind of information we want to save in this field. For example, here we want to save like caret field is going to save like a string, and we specify here the maximum string length that you can provide in this field, that is 200. You can like specify like the text field, but you can also specify a lot of fields. So for example, imagine that you want a field that the name is active. Actually, in Django, we have like a Boolean field, and you can specify a default of true. So in this field, you can only put true or false. So you cannot put numbers and not even string. But imagine you put here like post number. So in Django, you can create like an integer field that is going to let us only put on this field like integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yes, the basics when you create a model in Django, I'll say in a lot of other frameworks, but as you're speaking now in Django, you create a model, create the fields that you want in this model, and here you add the field with the kinds of information that you want the field to have. So the body, we want a text field, the title, we want like some string, and yes, 40 is enough. And with just like 4 lines of code, we have created like the model of the blog post. As you can see, it's very easy to create a basic model. And after you can add more stuff, since you are going to add, you're going to add also that later. But yeah, very simple. So now that we have this, we want to actually visualize this model in the admin page. But first, let's check if our blog is running. I think it is. So we go to localhost 8000. Okay, and you have like our Django working. So what are we going to do? We are going to copy this and we are going to go to the admin. So the admin is a nice feature that Django provides, that it's actually amazing because this creates like from scratch admin page that you can start to use right now, right after the moment when you create a project, and you don't have to create it yourself. So Django provides this, and it's actually very good for this. So, okay, so now let's create a user, admin user that we can use to log in here. So let's create like here our superuser, and the command for this is going to be Python manage.py create superuser. Again, if you don't know that command, note it. We have like some or 2 commands that are important. And now we have like an error that we forgot to do something. So the time we have created the tables, but we haven't migrated them to our database, and we actually create a new model that we haven't added to our database. So each time that you create a model and you want to save this, you do Python manage.py make migrations like this. So it's actually going to save our models in Django. So you can see this all okay. This is like the version of the new model that we created, the post model. And after you make the migrations, when you create a new model, you have to actually migrate to our database. So I am using Git all the time. So it's not Git, it's Python manage.py and migrate. So you migrate, and voila, all our tables were migrated to our database. And if you have like SQL 3, and if you click here, you actually can see all the tables that we have. So now we have like 12 tables with some information, and you can see we have like the table that we create. So every time, well, this is something that we don't have to specify, but Django creates automatically an ID column. And as you have here, we have like the title, the body, and our user. So that is this one. So yeah, so it's like the author. And what was going to do? Now let's create the super user. So we can just use like the app key to move from the pass commands that we already typed before. So let's go Python manage.py create superuser. So it asks you for username, like create some, address, tapped empty, password, just add something that you want. Here I just add like 3-digit passwords. So it's going to give me this warning that our password is too short. It's okay because this is a local project. And you want to bypass the password verification? Yes. And voila, our user, super user in this case, was created. So after you create these, you come here, you add your username, you add your passwords, and yeah, we have here, now we have the authentication authorization. As you can see, we are going to the user. We have only one user, which is this one, Danny, or super user that we have created. And this is the basic administration admin page that Django provides to us. But for now, we know that we already have a model. So let's register this model. So to register this model, let's go to admin.site.register, and we want to register here our post model. But actually, if we want that model to be registered, we have to import this. So from models, again, it is going to look to this file and to this model. And we are going to import the post model, and that is the only thing that you have to do to add the post model in our admin page. So now if you refresh like the admin, you can see like we have our posts. So yes, this is our beautiful posts that we have. Again, we don't have anything, so let's go to add. So title, let's put this experience, and let's go to add an author. We only have one, so just have to add that one. So we can say it was a long walk in the beach. The water was blue, the sky was dark. So profound. Okay, save this. Okay, we have here our first post. Let's add Maron. Here, let's just add post 2. No inspiration for body. Let's add any as author. Okay, now we have 2 blog posts. First, let's show you how they look like in a database. So this is our database. So we can see this information in our database. We can click here and we say browse table. And you remember when I told before, this looks like an Excel spreadsheet. This is like an Excel spreadsheet. It's like SQL. So this means like it's multiple spreadsheets tables, metaphorically well. But you have like the fields, the ID, the title, the body, the author ID, which is the ID that we had, our foreign key. And here we have like the information. So for this post, we have like the title, the body. For the other post, we have like the title, the body. And for the infinite number of posts that we are going to add, we are always going to have a title and body, but we can add more fields later if we want to make the app more complex. But yes, the model is actually this. It's an Excel spreadsheet that can be linked with other Excel spreadsheet, like for example, this one, because if you come here to auth user, yes, you have like the author ID, which is the superuser that create, in this case, Danny, that it's actually linked here in the blog post with the author ID. But yeah, this is another topic, so let's not do much time with this. So there is something that I want to add more in our models before we advance to the views and to the URLs. So as you can see, like here, we have our posts. It's a little bit ugly. We don't know what is a post object 1, post object 2. A bad name. But Django, fortunately, provides for us much better ways to personalize these, and it provides to us a lot of features to personalize stuff. But for that in specific, we want, for example, instead of these objects 1, 2, 3, we want to put here the title. For this, very simple. We use that function that it's like this one. We actually don't need this, but we need a return. So we define like the string method, and here it's going to name self.title. So if there's this, we come here, we reload, and instead of having an object, we have like here the title of the posts, and we can add a lot of things. For example, imagine you want like the body, we just have to do this, but for stylish and user experience reasons, the best thing that we can have here is the title. So we do like the title, and yes, we can see like the title here. So yeah, that's it. This is our model that we had in our Django project. So let's recap what we did. We create a model, we migrate all the data to our database with the commands python manage.py, make migrations, and migrate. So we register our model here, and after we create a superuser, which gave us access to the admin page. We create like some blog posts that we could see after in our database, that it's like an Excel spreadsheet. Yes, SQL like Excel spreadsheets. And now to finish, more on important thing. So as you remember, you want to use Git a lot here. So as you can see, we put Git stats And this is to check like the files that we have edited that are not committed. So it's actually this one. So let's do this. Let's do git add all git commit m, and here let's say dev to development, and what you say, add model, first model, and register admin. And yeah, now our work is committed. We changed like 3 files and we did 51 line insertions. So now our project, we did a checkpoint save until now, but we have to remember this is only in our local repository. It's not in our Git repository. So if we come here, it's not here, but it's here. So in our mini blog repo, okay, you can check that we don't have like this model. We only have the blog, but we don't have, if we check the models, we don't have like anything. Okay, this is due because we haven't pushed yet. So now this is in the local directory, not in the remote directory. So if you want to save it on the remote directory, you just have to do the git push. And okay, and here we also have only the main branch here. We don't have the other ones. So we have like to add also the other branch in the remote. But Git, it's very gentle with us. It gives us the command that you have to use. So you have to set upstream a new branch. So you copy this, git push, set upstream origin features blog, and this is going to push this new branch in local, in remote. So as you can see here, we don't have yet this, but it's because we are in the main. So if you shift here to features blog, all the edits that we have are here. So now we are developing in the features blog, and what we are going to do after in the future is to put all the code on the main. But now we just want to save our change in the features blog branch. And you can see after we are going to do the pull request. So this is like add of, this means that our branch here has more code than in the main. This is normal because we are developing in the features blog, but after we are going to add. Okay, so now for this video it's all. So the next video, let's keep going with the URLs and probably the views. So if you enjoyed the video and you think it was useful, like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one.